Crafters, it's me, Jen Evers with Quality Crafts, and today is my last post as being a guest designer for Shabby is Chic Boutique, and I just want to let you know my first video, I had told you all about the store, how great it was on Facebook, and it has moved. It's now on Zibbit. Shabby is Chic Boutique on Zibbit. I'll definitely leave the description box below so that you can find it quickly. And today, instead of doing a paper project or altar project or some kind of a big thing, I'm going back to what I know. I'm making cards, and they're going to be shabby chic with all kinds of trims and laces and bling and things that I got in my kit and other things that I've ordered along the way. So I really hope that you enjoy this because I think this is going to be one of the best ones yet.
I am super excited to share this with you guys because I am a non-traditional shabby chicist, and shabby chic is not my style, but I love it. I'm so excited that Amy Love gave me this month to practice and do shabby things with all the things that she has, and I just am so excited. I don't even know where to start. So here's without rustling it, let me explain. Here's the bag full of stuff that I originally received. If you saw my last video, you'll know what they are already, and if you didn't, I'll try to remember to link it below so that you can find that. But here's a quick look at of some of the things that were in it. Okay, the reason why my bag is almost completely white is because I requested that she surprise me with white things, because I want to show you today that white is great because you can change things to make it match the color of your project. Now I colored in this, that's flower. Okay, it's a stamp that I have, and I put it on glossy paper. I have some little white marks that I made with crayon, a white crayon, and then I just inked over the top of it, but it's a purple. I found a Spectrum Noir purple that looks just like it, and I took these white, what would you call these, like a flat back bead, and see, I don't even know the lingo of all this, all this stuff. I do love it though, but look at that. They share the same color as that flower now, and I can add them to my project. I'm not gonna lie, I did set up this whole card just so that this one would go faster, and then I'm gonna add on a bunch of other cards that I make with all the stuff that I've left over, including the stuff that I've bought since then. I bought this since then, some more silver, I don't know what you call these, filigrees maybe, and then these right here. Okay, not so much because I love these, but I know a lot of people who do, who love Halloween, who just thrive on that stuff. So I went black and white this time. I love this black trim, and this white, it's like a trim with flat back pearls or rounded pearls. Yeah, they're not flat back. So excited to dive into that. So we're going to make some cards with that. Let's start with this one. I already showed you how you can take white and change this. Now I've got this butterfly. I got a couple of them in my kit. Okay, I'm going to show you how you can change this to match your project too. Now I've got purple inks, and I'm going to pick the purple that looks the closest. Now this might not match exactly, but if you've got things like the e-brush, you could put your marker in the e-brush and paint it. It would be exactly the same, but since I don't, I'm going to take this one. It's the closest I have to that purple. I'm going to smear it all over my craft mat. And this is Orchid Opulence by Stampin' Up. And I'm going to spray it a little with water so I can get the ink moving. And I'm going to spray the butterfly with water, and we're going to watch the magic happen. Check it out. Now, if you don't want it super, super dark, you could always put down a lot less ink or spray it in a lot more water. And I'm just pushing in to make sure that the white spots get covered. If you like the white spots, then you don't have to do that. My hands are getting inky, and I don't care about that, but if you do, make sure you wear gloves. And I'm just going to pick that up and wipe up my mess. And look at that. Now I've got a purple one. I could have that in any color I want. And I'm pushing down on it to squeeze out some of that ink, and look at the difference in the color. It's lighter on this side and darker on that. So because mine is lighter, I'm trying to just squeeze some of it out so that I get a little bit lighter of a color. That is perfect. And when it dries, it typically dries lighter, but look at that. How close of a match is that? I could use it on that card. I'm so excited. All right. So because I've already kind of set this up, oh, I got to plug in my glue gun. I'm going to start taping things down first. And by that I mean ATG tape. So let me move this marker out of the way. And we'll start putting these down. I want a very layered effect. So I'm going to pop this first one up completely. Okay. A lot of people have different techniques for using this when they're popping up large things, like they don't want the middle to sag and whatnot. But just to save on some of this, I like to put one in each corner. And usually I toggle them like this, but it doesn't matter. I guess I'll toggle these two. And then I put like one in the middle. You could cover the whole darn thing if that's what you want, but I'm kind of frugal with my supplies. I want to make sure I have some for my next project. I don't want to spend a ton of money on them. I am a card hoarder. You wouldn't believe how many cards I have at my house that I've made that I've never given away. Of course, 2 or 3 cases of them are really old, and you know, when I was inexperienced, I saved them anyway. Some of them are okay, but some of them are kind of yuck. I believe this white cardstock I'm using on here, oh, maybe not. It doesn't feel like my 110 pound. It's not that heavy, but I usually use 110 pound. I ran this through a Cuttlebug, and I didn't have, of course, it only went over that far, and then I just added that in, but that's going to be mostly covered up. So I don't care about that one. I mean, I don't care about that, you know, not being perfect on that side. And now I'm just using ATG tape to adhere this level down. I'm not going to pop this level up. There's going to be a lot more stuff going on here, so. And we're going a side card. Almost all mine go up and down. This one's going opening from the side. Just making sure my fingers are dry so I didn't pink up the whole card. So center that the best we can. So I don't know, this randomly popped in my head, but how many of you guys have like a designated pizza night at your house? Or designated I'm not cooking night? We totally do, my husband and I. I tried to change it to Friday instead of being pizza night, it being sub from Subway night. But yeah, it just wasn't as fun. But I'm really trying to watch my weight. And we all are, always, aren't we? Okay. That's it for taping down. Although I'm not quite sure what I want to do with these. I do like the idea that they would go under here. You know, and I put my adhesive on. So I can't spread them out as far as I want to. Maybe I have to lift that up. I wanted one a little bit further down and one a little further up. So what I'm going to do is just peel this up. This is forgiving as long as you peel slowly. At least the brand that I use. I don't know about yours. And I could color these purple too, but I'm going to use those purple, I don't know what you call them that we did. The flat back pearls. So I don't want everything too purple. I just want to pop a purple here and there. And just so you can see, it'll sometimes rip the paper. Right there it's starting to rip, but for the most part, if you peel up slowly, it's pretty forgiving. I'm just going to line this up. So many times people, when they're doing cards and art and stuff, they think that they have to know exactly what they're doing and exactly where it's going. And, you know, by peeling up and doing that, they call that a mistake. Well, it's not a mistake. You're in the middle of creating. That's just part of your creating, your creating process. That's exactly where I want those to go. So they kind of look like hinges. But just so that these stay down, I'm going to go ahead and glue them. And I just have to hold it for a bit so that that wet glue can take hold of the paper underneath. And as I said in one of my previous videos, I'm sure, I get this bottle and this tip from Tilly's Bridge on Zibbet. You can get them all over the place now, and those you can get the tips from Hobby Lobby, so just be on the lookout for that. Looks like my glue is ready. I have two little indents here that I'm following, so I'm just going to put down a drop, and then I'm going to put it on right there, right where I want it. Same on this side. Now, these are not cards that you're going to want to pop into a regular envelope and mail. They're specialty cards. They're going to be very full, very heavy, and very textured. I'm going to put the light one. Let's see, the light one on top or the... Yeah. See how I've got these two? Which one... If I do that, then that one's covered up. So I'm going to do the dark one on first. I have an issue with my glue gun cord not being very long at all. Do you guys find that? The glue gun cords are really super short, so like I'm really limited on how far over on my desk I can go with that. Excuse me. I'm going to do a little bit, maybe like right here, just to keep this down. I mean, the middle can flap. I don't care about that, but a little bit of this top, just so that it all stays going across. Glue boogers. That's my favorite, my most unfavorite part about glue gunning. Alright, and then this one's going to go right on the top. So pretty. I'm going to try to line that up best I can, stick it down to that glue. I think mine is a high temp glue, but it dries so fast that by the time I get my fingers down onto it, I'm not burning anything. But, you guys all know how yours is. How your glue gun is. I just don't know that I can add this to here. It's just not going to look right. So I'm going to go dive into my new stuff. See the black? Yeah, so how do I get into this bag? I want some of that black. Okay, to tie in the black from the flower, I'm going to put it on this edge like this. Now, I know Shabby Chic usually has a lot more stuff on it than this, okay? But I'm not a traditional Shabby Chicer, so my style's a little bit different than what you're probably used to seeing. So this will probably be it for this card. I think it's full enough. I don't like things like totally crammed together and whatnot. Although I love to see it. When people do that on their style, I adore it. It's just not in me how I do mine. My cat's making an entrance. You could probably hear him. Please just try to ignore. If I shut the door, which I typically do, then he bats at the door. And I really thought I had caught them in between their schedule. You never know, though. They're like kids, Okay. That is so cool. I love this. Now, I'm going to go ahead and decorate and put some stuff on the inside, most likely. But I'm just going to decorate the outside with you guys today. And I'll leave pictures at the end. So I will pause here, get some stuff together, and I'll make a couple more with you. Here's my card number 2. I went ahead and did a cut down version, so like a 1/4 of an inch around for an A2 card, and ran this through the Damask Cuttlebug folder. And I'm going to glue that one down. Let's see, do I want that popped up? Yeah, let's do. I didn't originally have it popped up, but I changed my mind. These are Fiskars scissors, by the way, that are what you call non-stick. They stick slightly, but the tape comes off of them way easier than all the other scissors I own. I love them. I bought a bunch of them when they were on sale. I've given one to my sister and one to another friend of mine, and I think I still have one laying around somewhere. Actually, it's probably in my travel kit. Not that I ever travel anywhere, but you know, I have to have double of everything. Alright, down we go, and these. So this time I'm showing you a card that's just purposefully using all white. And you'll notice that they are not all really true white, which adds to the card too, I think. So you're going to see a difference. The pearlesque of these, the pearly white, is much different than the flat white of the card base, which is super cool. And these two corner pieces, I just took one of these and took a regular scissors and cut them in half. That's how thin they are. You can cut these. Don't use a really precious pair of scissors that you love. I use these for anything and everything. I don't really care if they get wrecked or whatever, but I just cut it directly in half. I'm going to put these facing in on either side of the card. Now this, I'm aiming for kind of a very elegant card, possibly wedding, maybe baptism, sweet 16, whatever, you know, whatever you deem as being fancy. I'm not really sure how I want to glue this down. I'm thinking glossy accents would work, but here's where it comes in that I don't use these very often. I'm going to attempt to just rub some hot glue over the tip of it, all right? And then just set it down. And you can very, very barely see that. Okay, shaking it to see if it'll fall off, and since that worked for me the first time, I'm going to go ahead and do that on here too. Trying to aim straight across from the other one. Get it in position and push it down before it completely dries. Oh, see, I rubbed some of the pink into the glue. Oh, way too much glue on that side that time. So there's a little bit of pink in there. Might have to revamp slightly on this card. These flowers are going to hang down this way. Wonder if I could peel that off. Nope, I'm not going to try. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these down. I do have a few of these left. Let's see if this will cover it up. Mostly, and it ties in that pearl color. That's pretty. Still going to be able to see a little bit of the pink, but I think that's okay. Sometimes you just got to be okay with trying things that you're not used to so that you can get more experience. Now, I'm a card maker, but I don't usually play around with all this kind of stuff, and you guys know that if you watch me for any period of time. And so for me, this is super exciting and really fun. That is so pretty. I love these flowers. Oh my gosh. this is leading over a little bit, so I'm just going to cut that off right on the edge. There we go. This is so pretty. Oh, wow. I'm going to have to put in, I'll put an extra white base and maybe two just to make this a lot firmer because the top of the card is heavy, but that is pretty. I know a lot of times when I work with the light coming at this desk and a lot of white, you get those bars across. Yeah, just try to ignore that. I'm working on it, you guys. I'm working on it. Takes money to buy all the stuff that I need to make things exactly the way I need to. Let's do one more card. Here's a super experiment that I want to try with this. I set up a regular easel type card here. And I'm going to use the bag that all my goodies came in. So I took the bag and I folded it in half. And then I cut a piece of cardstock that would just hang out the edge. And I put a border, like a border punch across there. Alright, and what I want to do is glue it down to the card like this and add this other stuff in the purple flower we made. So I found some paper that sort of matched that purple, and I want that as the background. So that's the first thing I'm going to add. I'm still oohing and ahhing over this one. I just love the way it turned out. I just cut a tiny little trim off the edge of this so that there'd just be a little bit of white space around it. Not a lot. And then the only other thing that I want like coming out from there is I want this coming out. I want that to be seen. So I'm going to glue that like about right there. I'm going to put my thumb there, or my fingernail there, just so that I have an idea where that is. This doesn't have to be exact. Just making it up. That's how I want it to look. And then I want this to go over the top again, as I said. And the reason why the paper in between is because I know it's going to seep right through that bag. And I'm not going to be able to pull this out again, but if I want to slide another tag on top of that, I can. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is put a little bit of glue here on this side, and then put the bag over so that it's glued to that side. I'm going to glue it right on that like ribbon. Oh, I need some more glue, don't I? Okay, I keep my glue sticks in a little container like that. Let's get another one out. Alright, we're ready to rock and roll. So I want to put a little bit of glue down that ribbon because I'm not going to use that ribbon to pull this shut anyway once I get this made. And that's the most obvious spot for it to go so it doesn't just keep oozing all through here. And I can use my non-stick scissors to just kind of push that down. Or a bone folder. Bone folders work great for that, by the way. Unless you have one of those non-stick silicone spatulas. I've seen people use that in art too. What a great idea. Okay. That's exactly what I want it to do. So I'm going to put a little bit in each corner and one in the middle. Just because I don't know. I don't know what I need to do here to get this to stay. That's my guess. Squish it down. I can feel the heat coming through the bottom. But you're not going to see it because of this card being in the way, and it's glued down. Of course, I knew that would happen. But I still have this pocket here that if I want to put something in it, I can. So my next idea was to make use of these little butterflies that I got, and the one that we dyed purple earlier. And I want to glue these here, but I have the same issue that glue is going to go through this bag. So I'm wondering if I just cut some little circles and put that underneath there, if that would work. Okay. We don't want those to be white, I'm sure. Let's grab another piece of white. This circle should be small enough, I think. And I'm going to need 2 of them, one for each butterfly. So here's what I'm thinking. What if we mark, like right there is where I want it to be. Put this guy underneath. Right there. Now that's where I want him. And just put a piece of glue right there. Where's my little thing? Okay. And then put him on where I want him and see if that glue will eke through just enough to make all of this stick at once. Unfortunately, I was a little bit off, but because of the white behind it, you can't really see it unless I put my fingers there. See that? It disappears. So I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I want it to be like right there. I got glue everywhere, guys. Everywhere. Alright, can we get this a little more centered this time, Jen? I want to go this way. That looks good. Okay, squash it down. Ah, it worked. That was a little better. Okay, so now I can still like tuck something in there if I want to. Yeah, it worked. I'm so excited. Alright. Don't forget this is an easel card. Okay, so this is going to stand up like this. Super cute. And I want to follow the theme of the purple coming out. So I just cut this little piece here. And I want to follow the theme of this coming through. So let's just tape this down. Okay. And then this one, this was a full oval. I cut it to make that one, obviously. So this one's going to stick out like that. I'm just going to use ATG tape for that one. Now I need some kind of a stopper. So I'm going to, let's see, what do we have going on in the card that we can match up with? Yeah, that's cool. Super cool. Alright, I'm super excited this one worked out better than my pink Icky Finger card. That's funny. Okay, right there. Looks good. I need a stopper. I need something to stop this. And I'm going to use these. The ones that are on the butterfly because I know I have more of those. Oh, I was going to add these too, but now that I saw how those went on, yeah, that's just not going to work for me. I don't want to mess it up. I'm really, really loving this. So I'm going to just cut off 2 of these. And hopefully I don't go totally nuts on the glue. I'm trying to make this one kind of the same size as this one. Gosh, I hope I've been in frame this whole time. I got so excited I forgot I was videoing. Now that I normally talk to myself, I really don't. But let's put them like right here. That would work. Okay, that's where we want them. Right there. I just want a little bit because I don't want that to show through, you know. But I want it to be pretty straight. So let's leave that down so that I can see right where I'm putting this glue. I really need a precision glue thing, if you know what I mean. This one is not very precision-like. That worked. That glue is not showing as much. Cool! That is so cool, you guys! Oh, it's so big I can hardly get it all on the screen. There we go. I'll try to get some pictures of that so that you can see that more clearly. I'm having so much fun with Amy Love's Shabby Chic is Boutique product that it's just so exciting. So here are the other 2 cards that we made today, and I think they're all fabulous in their own way. I really hope that you enjoyed this super long video. I thought it was really interesting to try out all the stuff on a card, a different kind of cards. So if you enjoy this type of thing, leave a comment in the leave a comment below. Check out the description of where you can get all these goodies, of course. And I'll see you guys next video.